Have you ever been excited to debug your code, only to find that your breakpoints aren't working? It's frustrating, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the issue of IntelliJ remote debugging and how to fix those pesky breakpoints. I completely understand how annoying it is when everything seems set up correctly, but your breakpoints just won't hit. You're not alone in this. Many developers face this issue when working with remote debugging. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "Why are my breakpoints not working in IntelliJ while debugging a Scalatra application?" They followed the setup steps, but still faced issues. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together and find a solution. So, what could be causing this? Breakpoints not being hit can often be due to mismatched versions, incorrect configurations, or even issues with the code itself. We'll break it down step by step so you can pinpoint the problem. And don't go anywhere. I've got a crucial tip at the end that will help ensure your breakpoints work every time you debug. To begin troubleshooting the issue with breakpoints not working, the user should first ensure that the correct JDK options are set for remote debugging. This includes using the options for the Java Debug Wire protocol. Next, the user should check the run configuration in IntelliJ. It's important to confirm that the configuration is set to remote and that the port matches the one specified in the JDK options. After confirming the configuration, the user should start the SBT server and then launch the remote debugger in IntelliJ. This sequence is crucial for establishing a proper connection. If the breakpoints still do not work, the user should check if the code is being compiled in debug mode. This can be done by ensuring that the SBT build is configured to include debug information. Finally, the user should verify that the breakpoints are set in the correct source files. Sometimes, breakpoints may not trigger if the code being executed does not match the source code in the IDE. Fun fact, did you know that the first remote debugger was created in the early 1990s? It was a game changer for developers, allowing them to debug applications running on different machines. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user found a solution to the breakpoint issue by disabling forking in the build.sbt file. They set forkin test to false, which allows the first JVM to attach to the IDE properly. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative solution suggests that when starting SBT with the JVM debug option, it attaches the debugger to the SBT process. However, when you run Jetty start, it forks a new process. To debug your application, you need to set the debug port in your build.sbt file or in the SBT REPL. Then start Jetty using the Jetty debug command. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. An alternative solution from another user suggests updating the build.sbt file instead of the build.scala file. They found that making this change resolved the breakpoint issue, allowing the rest of the debugging steps to work correctly. Here's the crucial tip I promised. Always ensure your IDE and your project dependencies are up to date. This can save you a lot of headaches with debugging issues. And there you have it. With these steps, your breakpoints should be working perfectly now. Remember, keeping your configurations in check is key. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips, and don't miss our bonus tip on optimizing your debugging process.